Dr. Zixtar's 3 eye stalks twitched in barely contained horror as he reviewed the medical data for the 1000th time. The human specimen, Dr. Marcus Rivera, sat calmly on the examination platform, casually swinging his legs, like this was some sort of social visit rather than a xenobiological emergency. "Let me understand this correctly," Zixtar said, his translator struggling with the sheer disbelief in his voice. "Your species evolved on a planet where the atmosphere contains oxygen." "That's basically it." "Yeah," Marcus replied, leaning back. "Pretty common setup, I think." Common? Zixtar's carapace flushed a deep purple. Oxygen is one of the most corrosive substances in the known galaxy. It literally burns organic tissue at the molecular level. Every species we've encountered treats it as a toxic industrial chemical. "Well, we've kind of built our entire biology around it," Marcus said matter-of-factly. "It's what powers our cells. We'd die without it." Zixtar made a sound like a tea kettle having an existential crisis. His assistant, a crystal inquiry named Prism, chimed in with her musical voice. "Doctor, perhaps we should continue with the examination. The human did volunteer for this study." Yes, of course," Zixtar muttered, scrolling through his datapad. "Mr. Rivera, these readings indicate that approximately 37 trillion microscopic organisms are currently living inside your body. Care to explain?" "You mean my microbiome?" Marcus asked. "They're bacteria. They help me break down food and fight off infections. I'd actually be sick without them." "Sick," Prism repeated softly. "So you have evolved to depend on pathogens for survival?" "Not exactly pathogens, more like partners," Marcus tried to explain. "We have a mutually beneficial relationship." Zixtar closed his eyes briefly. "And according to these scans, your skeletal structure is inside your body. Where else would it be?" Marcus asked, genuinely confused. Zixtar and Prism exchanged glances. "Every civilized species in the galaxy has external protective shells or exoskeletons," the doctor explained slowly. "Your bones are wrapped in—" "What do you call this?" "Skin," Marcus said. "It's flexible, actually pretty resilient." "Flexible." Zixtar pulled up another scan. "Your skin is barely 3 millimeters thick. A child of any other species could pierce it with minimal effort. How have you not gone extinct?" "We're surprisingly hard to kill," Marcus said with a grin. "Plus, we heal quickly." "Your healing capacity is precisely what troubles me most," Zixtar said, his voice dropping. "I've reviewed combat reports. You humans can sustain injuries that should be instantly fatal, massive trauma, organ damage, blood loss, and you simply continue functioning. How is this possible?" "Adrenaline," Marcus suggested. "It's a hormone our bodies release under stress. Gives us a temporary boost." "A hormone?" Zixtar pulled up a chemical analysis, his 3 eye stalks dropping. "You're telling me your body produces a substance that would be classified as an illegal enhancement drug in over 50 stellar nations, and it does this automatically?" "It's part of our fight-or-flight response," Marcus explained. "Helps us deal with threats. Most species have freeze-or-hope responses," Prism observed. "Your people chose aggression as a survival mechanism." Zixtar continued, scrolling frantically. "And your muscle tissue, it's 40% denser than what we'd expect for your size and weight." "We come from a high-gravity world," Marcus admitted. 1.2 times the galactic standard." "A prison planet," Zixtar whispered. "You evolved in a prison planet's gravity, and somehow survived. Your soldiers carry equipment heavier than themselves. There are reports of humans running hundreds of kilometers for recreation." "Marathons are kind of a hobby for some people," Marcus said modestly. "Hobby?" Zixtar's voice rose. "You exercise until your body should fail, for enjoyment." Prism's crystalline structure shimmered. "Doctor, there's also their chemical tolerance to address." "Don't," Zixtar said flatly. "I'm not ready." "I'm afraid we must," Prism said gently. "The data shows humans regularly consume known toxins. Coffee, a powerful stimulant. Alcohol, which is literally toxic. Capsaicin, a pun-inducing compound, and humans pay money for this." Zixtar asked weakly. "The capsaicin, especially," Marcus said cheerfully. "I love a good hot sauce." Zixtar slumped in his hoverchair, all 3 eye stalks drooping in complete defeat. In my 40 years of xenobiology, I have studied 67 different species, methane breathers, photosynthetic organisms, sentient fungi. Nothing has prepared me for this. Marcus smiled hopefully. So, am I healthy? Healthy? Zixstar laughed, a sound like gravel in a disposal unit. Mr. Rivera, you shouldn't exist. You are a walking contradiction, simultaneously fragile and nearly indestructible. Painfully vulnerable, yet somehow superior in almost every physical metric. Your species evolved into apex predators and then decided to build civilization instead. It defies all logic. He paused, his eye stalks focusing on Marcus, with something that might have been grudging respect. But yes, Zixstar admitted quietly, you're perfectly healthy for a human, which is absolutely, terrifyingly impossible. Marcus hopped off the examination platform with a grin. Great. Same time next month. We'll see, Zixstar murmured. We'll see if I've recovered by then. As the human left, Zixstar turned to Prism with a weary expression. Make a note in the file. Humans are to be classified as a Category 7 biohazard. For what reason? Prism asked. Not because they're dangerous to others, Zixstar said slowly, but because their mere existence is dangerous to every principle of sensible biology I've ever learned. Prism's crystalline laughter rang through the medical bay. I suspect the Galactic Council will find this amusing. They won't be surprised, Zixstar agreed, pulling up his next appointment. After all, this is humanity we're discussing, and nothing about humanity ever makes sense.